17th. It's the 7th annual Canadian Sprint Car Nationals. This is just a taste of what we will see this time, folks.
Off of corner 4, we want you on your feet to wave these drivers on. 4 abreast off of corner 4, fans. Get on your feet, wave your program, wave your hat, wave whatever you got. Tonight, round number 3 of the Jones Browns Insurance Northern Summer Nationals.
And the only thing cooler than a 4 wide is when they sort it back out 2 by 2. White flag ready to unfurl. Trackside, guys, what do you think?
Well, I think this start is going to be really important, Rich, as they dive it into turn number 1. All these guys have not been out here since they reworked the track earlier, so they don't know what to expect as much as some of the guys further back are in the B main.
In my opinion, the key here is to make it through these first 3 to 4 laps clean. If we can do that, then we'll get into some awesome racing. Going to be touch and go for a lap or 2, guys. Back to you for the go.
Ladies and gentlemen, you came looking for a show. Well, here you go. It's time to end all the anticipation as we bring to you our feature presentation.
Steve Collins jumps on the loud hammer, and he is out and into the race lead. Watch everybody work their way through treacherous turn number 1. Dane Nida, one of the drivers on the move. Brian Howland slices through the middle. He's working up to 3rd on the back of Brad Knapp, as it'll be Cunningham into 2nd. Steve Collins out in front of the field.
It looks like a wild ride out there tonight. The leader, Collins, catches a big run. Look at Kyle Moffitt streak past him of 4 cars down in the backstretch.
That could pay dividends later in the night. Moffitt is completely on a rail to the outside, and he's got a partner with him. Justin Daggett following him through.
Remember, Kyle Moffitt suffering with tonsillitis. He was in a ton of pain here tonight, and I said to Tommy Gooch, the guy that's sick is usually the fastest guy on the track. Here he comes for the lead.
And he will lead lap number 3 at the line. Goes right up to the top. Gets a little bit out of shape. Way out of shape. He's going to fall from 1st to 4th. And Collins hangs on to the race lead, but for how long?
Dustin Daggett to the outside. Yellow flag with Stephen Goldner looped around up at corner 2. And we also have Don Adamczak up there in corner 2 as well.
Yeah, guys, Adamczak caught a run up here, broke something in the left front. Goldner had to spin to avoid him, and we go yellow on this one. Tough break for Goldner, who got his heat race, his first ever heat race win earlier.
For the white flag come out right now.
Yeah, because something definitely was bent on the left front suspension on the Adamczak machine, so I'm sure they're back there thrashing on that one, trying to get it back together in case we have a quick yellow here. But it looks like his race might be over.
Now 3 laps in, still 22 left to go, but I'm 7 spots so far. The 33K of Kyle Patrick, so keep that in mind for the Tilbury Tornado. But it's Kyle Moffitt ready to bring him back to green, all the way up on the top of the racetrack, trying to get that big run down the front straightaway.
Green flag out from Dale Shuneman. We're back and away. Kyle Moffitt takes off from the field, heading down into corner 1.
Collins right through the middle, got a good run, but Daggett got an even better one. Dustin Daggett into spot number 3, looking for 2nd, way up on the top of the speedway. Collins is going to drive up the racetrack. Nice move by Daggett down to the bottom.
Man, Daggett is all over the place, and he's full of speed no matter where he goes. He's into 2nd. He gets past Collins, and now here comes Grimsby's Cunningham down to the inside. He'll pick 3rd.
And I remember Cunningham looking for that first career win. He came up 1 spot short to Dustin Daggett in a race similar to this last year in August.
Moffitt continues to lead over Dustin Daggett. Don't forget, Daggett actually gave Moffitt his starting pill, and it didn't seem to slow Moffitt down at all, but now they're racing for the top 2 spots.
Collins and Howland battle for position number 4. Remember, Howland started in 4th, so he's got some work to do to get that car moving forward. He's got that car really stuck on the bottom, and maybe we're going to see a bottom line start to come in.
Flat traffic already a factor as Kyle Moffitt now will work on the back end of Stephen Goldner in the 30G. He'll go high to the outside. Dustin Daggett will fall, but he has closed the gap.
Right at that spot last July, Daggett nerfed Moffitt when he was trying to lap him. Well, it's for the lead this time, and Daggett got sideways right in front of Moffitt.
The top 2 collided, corner 2, what a change of events, and guess who the new leader is? Travis Cunningham.
Yes, it is. Because Howland was going to pass him, but As I was talking about it, guys, and many of you in the stands did not hear it, at this race last July in the Northern Summer Nationals, Daggett was going to lap Moffitt when they made contact. This time they're going for the lead. Daggett just came around on his own, and Moffitt nowhere to go. The top two taken out with 8 laps home.
Well, guys, it looks like Daggett's car doesn't have too much damage on it. He may be able to restart. The story is entirely different on Moffitt's car. He got into Daggett with the left front tire, really pushed back everything on the left front suspension. So if they're going to get Moffitt back out, it's going to have to be a lot of effort in the pit area.
You just never know what's going to happen. Dustin Daggett, who got the checkered flag initially at South Buxton, and then able to go away. Another almost surefire win around Howland. Those drivers started 7th and 8th, maybe started 7th, Howland started 8th. They went flying around that 7th around Howland. Get up to people lead. It will probably be those two that will come down to.
And that was about the closest he's come to a feature win. He knows he's right there. Boy, what a show it would be to pick up his first career win.
And it would play along into the way this season has gone with all the different winners. Travis Cunningham could very well be the next new name in victory lane.
Guys, keep your eye on Dustin Daggett. Back out here, minimal damage on the 2 car, if any.
Yeah.
He can really wheel with 17 laps. He's got a lot of time here. Dustin Daggett known for passing 2 to 3 cars a lap when he's got his game on.
The guy we also need to keep our eye on is Brett Mann, though, in the 19S. He was the high point man in the passing points earlier, so we know he can pass cars on this track tonight.
Tommy, I don't have enough eyeballs for all this, you know? Kind of tough to do. All right, Travis Cunningham, Ryan Howland, Steve Collins, couple of 3 black cars ready to come to green.
Green is out, and Travis Cunningham will lead the pack down into corner number 1. Lee Latisseur, make that Brian Howland in second spot. The battle for third, Brad Knapp and Steve Collins, and way off the track at corner 2 is Chris Duran. He gathers it back up.
He does. Cunningham's going to lead the line. Howland's car is made to work right on the bottom of the speedway. And that's going to work down the backstretch. Is it enough to take the lead, though? Down to the inside goes Howland. He is just pinned on the guardrail. Back to the stripe this time. New leader, Brian Howland.
Allen will lead at lap number 10. Cunningham right there in second, though, not letting the leader get away. He'll slip down to the inside, make a charge into corner 3.
Down through 3 and 4. Up on the top side now goes Howland. He's got the momentum, and Brian Howland is out in front of the pack.
Howland already with a feature win here in 2011, looking to get his second of the year, be the only other driver other than the point leader, Jim Hoopanen, to have 2 wins here.
And lap traffic will be a factor not too long from now. Brad Knapp getting slipped up the racetrack. Here comes Kyle Patrick down to the inside, and Patrick is up into spot number 6. Really on the move, and so is Jamie Collard. He's in 10th, and he might have 7th by the end of this lap.
Man, Rich, watch these cars as they go through 1 and 2. It's like they're going over rumble strips, watching those tires vibrate down on that bottom groove, and that's the best line to be in. Way high is Daggett off of corner 4.
Well, he's going to try it, if for nothing else. Ryan Howland in lap traffic, gets by Doug Banks. Now Steve Goldner sets his sights on Derek Jonathan as there are just 11 more laps left to go. Banks, 360, 450, whatever it is, we've got a caution. And Howland might have some lap cars in the process here.
Well, guys, Doug Banks early on in this race had the left rear rotor glowing red hot already, so not sure if maybe that locked up and caused him to get spun around here, but either way, Doug Banks stocked up here at turn 2.
Crooked nose wing in the 5 of Keith Dempster. That will definitely hurt his arrow on that car. Dustin Daggett, I believe he's up to about 14th right now already on the field.
With 14 laps home and still 11 left to go. A well-timed caution for Howland. Doesn't have to deal with the lap traffic again for another 5 or 6 laps. And just might have the lap car of Steve Goldner in between. They might have to sort that one out. Brett Mann has moved up a spot. That white-black 19S is the 4th.
Guys, the 5th place car is going to the pit area, Chris Steele.
The 5th of the month. and has also run very sporty here at the Speedway, second, third, and ninth since that time. Guys, it's only a matter of time until he gets his first Ashweekend win. And, the way he's been coming up through the pack, started in the 21st position, 15 spots and 14 laps. And his line is very unique. No one else running it. If he can make it work, might be able to slide by a few more cars. Remember, the 30G, the second car in line, is 1 lap down. The rest of the way back, they are in that order on the lead lap.
Congratulations, Larry Stewart of Baden, who won the $1,605 in the 50-50 draw. We'll file past the OntarioLocal.com restart code. We're back underway with Brian Howland leading the way and Travis Cunningham very quickly trying to get to the inside of Stephen Goldner.
Here comes Brett Mann for third, but Steve Collins is able to hold him off. And now Jamie Collard, who just got around Kyle Patrick, looks for fourth on the outside. Jamie Collard, a guy that likes to hang around on the bottom, is doing the job on the top of the speedway. Blasted in there, around the outside of Steve Collins. Now trying to get the lap car of Steve Goldner as they go into turn number 3.
He'll head around the outside of Goldner and now set his sights on second place driver Travis Cunningham. So it's right now Howland, Cunningham, Collard, your top 3. And here comes Collard with a head of steam down the backstretch.
Boy, Kyle Patrick up into spot number 4. But yeah, we're going to watch this battle for second. Up on the top of the racetrack goes Jamie Collard. Back to the stripe. He has got the number 2 spot, and that lap may be taken. Oh, Jamie Collard, watch out.
So another rollover here tonight is Chris Durant out of Port Stanley rolls it up at corner number 2.
Got the steering wheel off, so we're just going to try to get the 67 car rolled over here.
Chris is someone that's also come into his own this year. You look at the third place he had down in Brockville, an amazing run down there. And tonight, making this AMA, and a great job by him because it was no easy task to get into this AMA, and Chris ends up on his side. These last couple of months, Chris Durant has really shown what he can do.
Well, he's out of the car, folks, and he's talking to the safety crew up here. Man, about 2 laps prior to this, Duran was up on one wheel in turn 3. He had a wild ride in there. Still keeping the pace and ended up getting over here in turn 2.
Four points back. White flag is out, single file for the restart. Steve Goldner is still a lap car in the mix. He's 4th in line. And guys, it looks like Dustin Daggett is on left, or yeah, it is.
Right now, only 2 cars in the top 10 have won a race here at Ashweekend in 2011. Your leader and the 4th place car. The 5th place car of Kyle Patrick, the only 2 in the top 10 to go to victory lane here in 2011.
Here goes Collard, all the way up to the top of the racetrack. Gets the big run on Brian Howland. Back closes in, but Howland's going to run the bottom, and that's where Collard is at as well. And it'll be a fight to the finish.
Dustin Daggett slicing through a few more cars here. He is on a tear. That yellow or that red flag really played into his hand to get him a little bit closer. And he continues to work through the field, getting closer to the top 5.
Good 3 wide battling back in the pack as Collard closes in another time. Howland checks it down to the inside. He doesn't have the run here. Collard's got the big run, but he slammed on the brakes. Collard thought better of it, says I've got 5.5 more laps to figure it out. 5 more laps left to go, says Dale Schuneman.
Yeah, the big high 5 out from Dale Schuneman, and slow car up high is Brad Malloy. Here comes Collard right to the outside of the wall, but again, it is the 51 of Howland pitching him off as he gets towards the wall.
I think Howland knows he's there. I'm wondering if he can hear him. And Collard really had to back out of it. And that might be enough time for Howland to start hitting his marks once again, which he is so good at. Battle for 4th. Patrick to the inside of Mann. And Daggett is into 6th. 1 more caution after he gets by these 2 cars. We could have something.
22 laps into the books, 3 more trips around, and Brian Howland has really begun to pull away from Collard after he had problems there. Up high, Dane Nida will bring out the yellow flag. This is huge for both his teammate and for Dustin Daggett. Well, that caution by Michigan's Dane Nida plays into the favor of another Michigan driver, and it also plays into the favor of his teammate.
You couldn't be more spot on that. That's a huge break for Jamie Collard. Keeps him alive, and it also keeps Dustin Daggett alive. The question is, where was Daggett on the last completed lap? I think he was in 6th, and he was about to get 4th.
Just looks like an underskirt piece of plastic, but when we drove over it, you weren't sure whether it was a piece of metal or not. Turns out it's plastic. There were 2 big hunks of it. We get it clear, we're ready to go.
Single file past the go, green flag is out, and we're back underway with 3 laps to go, and Jamie Collard tries that high side again, gets a good run. Will he have the room down the backstretch? He does this time.
Howland's going to race him hard into turn number 3 and 4. Drives up the racetrack, and that is a huge move. Look at Daggett, 3 wide into spot number 3. He had it at the line, so if a caution came out right now, you'd really have to watch out. Collard with the crossover move. Takes the line away from Howland. Coming to the white flag.
Coming down off of 4, Jamie Collard will take the lead, but here comes Howland back to the inside. 1 lap to settle it. Who's it going to be?
Collard led at the line. Howland knows what he's got to do, and Collard goes around. Howland stands up and into 3 and 4 for the final time. Do you believe it? From 21st, Jamie Collard's got the win, and Brian Howland barely in 2nd.
How about that run by Dustin Daggett up to 3rd, nearly took 2nd at the line, but a huge win for the driver out of Burford, Ontario. The Town Line Variety 7X. There is your winner, his first Ohsweken Speedway feature win out of Burford, Ontario. It's Jamie Collard.
How about it, Sprint fans? That was a wild race. Let me hear you make some noise. And what a wild win. I mean, Collard's got body panels hanging off the side of the 7X. Howland, the nose wing all busted up. It was a dog fight to the finish.
A little pride on the line, I'm sure, as there were so many outside invaders here as part of the Northern Summer Nationals and a home track hero. A phenomenal feature finish. Jamie Collard wins it. Dustin Daggett nearly had 2nd at the line. Tommy Gooch heading down, as well as Clinton Jeffrey, the Engine Pro Racing Winners Circle, to talk to our top 3. And don't forget, we want to thank the folks from R&B Restorations, Tommy Gooch trackside.
Well, here he is, Jamie, and before that last caution, you were right up on Brian Howland's Nerf bar, and then you got crossed up in turn 4. Did you think you were done at that point?
I really did. I thought I had cut another tire down. It started shaking real bad. I think the rim's full of mud or something. I was really worried I cut a tire like it did in the heat, but it didn't happen. It was great.
Well, you've got feature wins before, but this one comes at the home track. What's it mean to you?
I've been waiting for this for a lot of years. I've been running here 7 or 8 years now. I never had a win here, so I've been waiting for this one a long time.
Talk about this race a little bit. You really had a run in turn 2 a lot of times there, and Howland came up to the wall. You almost got pinched into it a couple times. What made you decide to try to run that line again?
I was running it in the B main, and it seemed to be real fast up there. I was gaining a lot of spots, and I gained a lot of ground with Brian. I was just waiting for the right time to get inside him, show him I was there, without him pinching me in the wall, obviously.
Well, who do you want to thank for getting you here to the Engine Pro Winner's Circle?
I got Town Line Variety, Ohsweken Speedway, Iroquois Poker, Iroquois Herefords, and all the guys back there that work on this car every week. There's a lot of them to name, but Paul, Ken, those guys are there every week helping me, and I really appreciate it.
There he is, Jamie Collard. Put your hands together again for him. His first feature win here at Ohsweken Speedway.
Well, over here I got 2nd and 3rd place. Brian Howland first off, 2nd. Brian, what about the run there? Jamie's been hungry here, and basically since the Outlaw show, he's been on fire here. One of the guys who passed a lot of cars every night, and he got the best of you in a hard-fought battle there with 3 to go.
Yeah, you know, I didn't even deserve to be leading that race when Daggett and Moffitt got wrecked. I don't know what happened there, but that just that was bread and butter for me. But, you know, our front wing fell off right about when he started gaining on me after the last restart, but I think from the sound of it, he was pretty fast anyways. He probably would have got me. We weren't really that good. We were just kind of playing defense.
Good hard racing. How about it for 2nd place, Brian Howland? Tommy Gooch will jump in here and get a word with Dustin Daggett.
Well, Dustin, you got in a wreck there while you were leading and came back up through the pack. How much work was that?
Oh, that was pretty tough. Man, this track was rough tonight. Had a lot of grip, and I beat my car up pretty bad. But it was a fun race, and I wish we had a couple more laps because I was coming.
This is sort of the last tune-up for the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals. You're one of the drivers who've been really trying to get that win. What do you think you learned here tonight that you can transfer over to that?
Well, usually the track for the Canadian Nationals isn't this wet and tacky and rough. So I don't think a lot's going to be really taken from tonight and used for the Canadian Nationals. But maybe we can.
He's short.
Maybe it will be like this and we'll be good. So
There he is, Dustin Daggett. He gets third place here tonight. Put your hands together for him.
okay.